Welcome to Mow for Show, where I talk about greens, mowers, and Bermuda grass. Today I am finishing up a grass catcher. When you have these grass catchers for greens mowers, the mower's 20 years old, so the grass catcher's 20 years old. And what typically happens is when the golf course is using these, they will fill up with grass. They will come in at the very end and just yank right there. They'll just yank right on that spot, right in the middle, and it ends up ripping. Once that gets full of grass, this is weighted down, and they'll just end up ripping the sides after 20 years. And you can see they've patched it up with, they put zip ties on there. So I took the zip ties out, and I'm patching it up with a plastic welder. So if you ever want to try this, get yourself a plastic welder. Usually they will come with stuff like this. So I'm using these guys right here to go right in the corners. And I'm filling the whole thing up. I'm not going to mess around. I'm not just going to put a couple of them in there. Try to sink them in about halfway through the material, halfway through the plastic. Whatever you can. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to cut all of these off because there's a bunch of things there. And then I'm going to use another plastic welder that uses these plastic sticks, and you melt them on top of the ones you've already done. You could probably just leave those in there and not do this, but this is going to reassure that you don't have any problems because it's going to cover it all up. So this is just a plastic welding kit from Harbor Freight right there. And then this is just a plastic welder off of Amazon that uses a DeWalt battery. So that's what I'm doing right now. So if you have a grass catcher that has holes in it or cracks in it or whatever, you can try this.